I'm Jareth Phelps. I will be teaching you about the Scott SCBA system today. For housekeeping rules, there's coffee over there and the bathrooms are out the hall and to the left. So to start, you need to discuss why you need SCBA. You need SCBA, which stands for self-contained breathing apparatus. If you're in a smoky environment, an oxygen-deficient environment with 19% or less oxygen, with increased temperatures, such as in structure fires, or in CO alarms where there's 50 parts per million or more of carbon monoxide present, or hazmat incidences where there's toxic gases, corrosives, etc. The different SCBA components that will be discussed are the backpack and harness, the air cylinder, pressure reducer, the pass device, control console, low air alarm, regulator, and face piece. So to start, the framework of the SCBA system is the backpack and harness. That's this right here. This acts as a mounting surface for the bottle, the pressure reducer, the regulator, the control console, the low air alarm located on the left strap, and the pass device, which is located under here below the bottle. It acts as a mounting frame for all these components, and it's what attaches the system to the user. The air cylinder is constructed of aluminum wrapped in carbon fiber. It contains 4,500 psi and is hydrostatically tested every 5 years to make sure it's safe for use. The pressure reducer, right next to the bottle, has a hose, comes from the bottle to the pressure reducer. It reduces the pressure from the bottle to a usable pressure, which is 85 to 110 psi. There's a secondary pressure reducer, which, if this fails, backs it up and reduces it to 145 to 165 psi. And it also activates the vibra alert and low air alarm, which we'll get to. The low air alarm, it activates when the bottle is below 25% PS or 25% of its capacity. The bell located on the left shoulder strap rings. It's pneumatically activated. The vibra alert, which is located in the regulator, and the LEDs, which are right here, light up and vibrates. The pass device, which stands for Personal Alert Safety System, is operated on a movement system. So if you're motionless for 17 seconds, the first phase will begin, and it will start as a slow chirp, and after 30 seconds of no movement, it will switch to the full alarm, which can only be shut off by the reset button on the control console. Or it can be manually set off with the red button here. To manually activate, press the red button. To reset the system or turn off the system is the yellow button located here. And there is also a remote pressure gauge here that should be within 100 psi of what the pressure gauge on the bottle says. The regulator is what attaches to the face piece and allows you to breathe in a hazardous environment. When the user inhales, it opens the diaphragm and allows air in. And when the user exhales, it shuts off the diaphragm again. There's an air saver switch located here on top, which locks the regulator closed so it doesn't leak air. And there's an emergency bypass valve here, which can be used in emergencies or if you're working hard and need extra boost air. The low air alarm and LEDs, like I said, are located in the regulator. And I'll demonstrate those in a minute. The face piece, or the face mask, is what is attached to the user's face. It has voice amplifiers located here to amplify talking, so you don't have to try and scream through a plastic thing on your face. Has a Kevlar head net, flame resistant. And how the system works as a whole is the air cylinder delivers air to the pressure reducer, which goes to the regulator and into the face piece, allowing the user to breathe in a hazardous environment. And again, the regulator reduces the air to atmospheric pressure, so you're not breathing 4,500 psi because you would explode. So in order to turn the air pack on, one needs to merely turn the bottle on. That's push-ups. Turn the bottle on all the way. Double check that the bottle pressure gauge and the remote pressure gauge read within 100 psi, and they do. When it turned on, it beeped, so I know the pass device is working. And had it not leaked air, it would have vibrated, letting me know that the vibro alert was working. So now it's on. The pack is active and ready for use. And if you can see here on the remote, there's a green blinking light which notifies the user that it is on. To turn the pack off, you need to turn the bottle off all the way. Once it's all the way off, use the purge valve to bleed the air out of the system. And use the reset button. Press it twice until you hear that beep. That means the system is no longer on, and to double check, there's no flashing light. To don the pack, there are 3 different methods. There's the seat mounted, which I can't demonstrate, but in the rigs, the packs are mounted in the seats. You can put it on while you're sitting. You can do the overhead method as shown in the picture there, where you put it over your head, put it on. And the coat method is just from the side, just like a coat. Once you have it on, you want to tighten the shoulder straps first, then secure the waist strap and tighten them. Put your face piece on regulator. Make sure the air cuff switch is on, and when you attach it, you line the slots up, and it goes 1/4 turn clockwise from where you're looking at it. And to doff, you unlock it with the thumb lock, depress the air saver switch, and go counterclockwise until it's unattached. To doff regulator, do just as I said. Getting ahead of myself. Now that you're done using it and you're back at the station doing rehab, you're going to want to rehab your system. So you're going to want to refill your air bottle back up to 4,000 psi or greater. The more the better, because it's your lifeline. You're going to want to go through and check the backpack and the harness for cracks and extra wear, tear, cuts, abrasions, anything that would compromise its safety and usage. The same with the airlines. You want to make sure they're not cut or cracked or burned or abrased, anything, again, that would compromise their integrity. You want to make sure the pass device is still functional. And inspect the air cylinder for cracks, dings, dents, and check the hydrostatic testing date to make sure it's still within the serviceable date. Check the face piece for cuts, abrasions, anything that would deem it unsafe and unusable. Once you have the air bottle refilled, reassemble everything, and you want to test to make sure the regulator and the face piece are still working by putting it on, taking a couple breaths, just to make sure it is still in good working order. And to clean, you want to rinse everything with warm water and a light detergent. Rinse it thoroughly, and once it's rinsed, you're going to want to get the manufacturer recommended disinfectant and spray the regulator as well as the face piece, and let both sit for about 10 minutes. After the 10 minutes, you want to rinse them with warm water, rinse them thoroughly, air dry them as best you can, shake them out, and then dry it off with a lint-free rag. And you now know the basics of Scott SCBA. Thank you.